Hello guys, my name is Nguyen and my part is about sustainable infrastructure and here's my presentation. Enjoy it. So what is sustainable infrastructure? My definition that I came up is a system of freeway and street that can endure environmental demand and challenge. Moreover, it has to ensure its economic, financial, and social values. And lastly, it also has to promote the change in human behavior to protect the environment or just simply make it cleaner. So why do we need sustainable infrastructure? Although the main topic is about transportation, why do I talk about infrastructure? Well, it's simple because the car needs the road to drive on, right guys? Come on, the car cannot fly yet. We need sustainable infrastructure for the same reason why we need infrastructure, so that our car can drive on. The difference is that the street, the freeway, and everything that a car that drive on need to be more durable so we can use it longer. Let's take a minute and imagine. It is 8 p.m. and you're driving home on Freeway 101. There are 4 lanes on the freeway and the police closed 2 of those lanes due to road maintenance. Because of this, now there's a traffic jam right at the moment you are driving. Do you feel frustrated? And let's not forget about those CO2 that your car, along with other cars who are also waiting in that traffic jam, would contribute to the atmosphere. Well, for same reason, we need a system of freeway and local street that promote environmental friendly, well, in my definition is more about recycle, but it has to support the space for people to walk and ride bicycle. And lastly, the street also has to promote the use of clean air vehicle and electric car because, face it, it is the future, right? There are many projects of sustainable infrastructure all around the world, and through the research, here are some of the projects that, in my opinion, can be applied in San Jose City. Let's talk about Plastic Road. It is a project that built the road from plastic, utilize the vast amount of plastic that polluted the environment. Plastic Road aimed to recycle the plastic into the material that can be used to build roadway. Unlike traditional road, Plastic Road create from a block of plastic and then many blocks connect to each other to form a pathway where a car can drive on, and eventually many pathways connect to each other to become a freeway. The advantage of this type of road lies in its properties, which is lightweight, and it is 4 times lighter than a regular traditional road that we usually drive on. Because of this, it requires less time to construct, about 70% less, and according to the creator of this project, this type of road does not need any maintenance. For that reason, it would have a longer lifespan, about 3 times longer than a traditional road, and most importantly, it solves our problem with excess plastic. Most people know about Solar Road. It's a project that transforms a typical walkway into a solar panel bicycle lane. I remember this project was on every newspaper when it came out. It was done in Netherlands, and the engineering team that worked on this project claimed that it worked better than expected. In my opinion, there are more successful projects and one of it was done in South Korea. It is called the Solar Bike Highway. The Solar Bike Highway was done simply by adding a solar panel rooftop above the highway instead of combining those two. The roads sit in the middle of the freeway where cars are traveling on both sides, and it stretches over 20 miles from a city to another city in Korea. Below the solar panel roof is a lane where people can ride their bike, which is also over 20 miles. According to the engineering team that worked on the project,
The additional energy that harvests from the solar panel is more than enough to power the highway lighting system. Imagine if we can do something like that on Freeway 101 from San Francisco to San Jose. Would we have enough energy to support, say, an airport? The last project I want to talk about is the wireless vehicle charging. The idea of this concept is to attach a solar panel onto the road along with an induction charger to charge an electric vehicle wirelessly. In my opinion, this project is perfect for downtown San Jose, where people are slowly switching to affordable electric car like Tesla. This concept not only point out the need for charging port for electric car, it also introduced the idea of wirelessly charging a car, which is convenient to the people. Imagine, it is already convenient for you to charge your phone wirelessly, right? How much more convenient if you can also charge your car wirelessly like that? Hope you guys have a nice day. And here's the next topic of our team.
Would you like to live in a constant pain, gasping for air, and wearing masks? Now, let's time jump to when Earth was a thriving planet, full of life. Now imagine this. All the cars gone, all the buildings, cities, and all human-made things. Now fast forward to now. And now to the year 2050. According to a report by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, air pollution is the world's biggest cause of premature deaths and may cause approximately 3.6 million premature deaths per year by 2050.
That year is only 31 years away from 2019. I'm Leslie Becerra, and I'm going to tell you the facts about air pollution, negative effects, and ways to reduce your carbon footprint. Air pollution is a predominant factor for climate change. Now, getting down to the source, it all begins at factories where coal is being produced to create energy. That energy is later transferred onto ships, which is then taken to cities and urban areas.
That energy is then taken to power plants, which send it to the power lines that go to our homes, including to your home and my home.
So there are two different kinds of air pollution. There is primary air pollution where it's being directly emitted into the atmosphere, and there is secondary pollution where it results from the chemical reactions from the pollutants in the atmosphere.
So some major pollutants are particulate matter, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and volatile organic compounds, which is found in smog, which is also leading cause to cancer. There are also greenhouse gases that are found in trucks, cars, and buses. It also makes up 1/5 of the total global warming pollution. People who live in low-income communities and communities of color are at higher risk of higher levels of air pollution. The reason is by urban segregation in cities. These communities are often located near freight centers and heavily trafficked roadways and can lack access to resources to adapt to or move away from air pollution and climate-related damage. The negative effect that cars have is that poorly maintained vehicles contribute to air pollution.
Each gallon of gasoline burned creates about 8,887 grams of CO2.
The energy that is being used to power a typical passenger vehicle emits about 4.6 metric tons of carbon dioxide per year. Now what you're seeing down there is an hourly AQI, which measures the air pollution in the area. So not only do cars contribute to air pollution, but soil and water quality. Nitrous oxide contributes to the depletion of the ozone layer, which shields the Earth from harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide mixed with rainwater creates acid rain and damages crops, forests, and other vegetation and buildings. Oils and fuel spills from cars and trucks seep into soil near highways, and discarded fuel and particles from vehicles' emissions contaminate lakes, rivers, and wetlands. Traffic congestion is a serious matter. People are late for work. There are also traffic jams, traffic incidents, and traffic congestion, especially in the Bay Area, where it takes more than 3 hours to travel 40 miles. By having cars sit for hours on end to get to their destination with slower speed, they begin to burn more fossil fuels that releases gases like smog into the atmosphere. It also creates environmental hazards like polluting the air quality and creating excess noise that affects the nearby wildlife. Exposure to air pollutants represents a health risk to children, elderly, and people with respiratory problems. Health risks of air pollution include aging of the lungs, loss of lung capacity, development of diseases such as asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, cancer, shortened lifespan, cardiovascular disease, headaches, fatigue, and much more.
We may not be able to go back in time, but what we can do is help the future and have it come to a halt.
Simple ways you can reduce your carbon footprint are riding a bike, riding with a friend taking carpool, or taking public transportation like buses and trains. More ways to reduce your carbon footprint are cutting meat from your diet, shopping at secondhand stores, turning down the thermostat, hanging clothes to dry, unplugging appliances that you don't use, reusing shopping bags and food containers, switching out old light bulbs, and planting a tree. These are all super cool ways that you can get your friends and families involved. Improved air quality has indirect benefits, some in energy conservation. Other benefits include protecting people from chronic diseases and protecting crops and landscapes. In summary, we need and want a healthier Earth. Air pollution from cars can cause health problems to humans and damage the Earth. But taking steps to reduce our carbon footprint can help eliminate those factors and benefit the greater good.